All right, we are recording. We are live. So hope you guys are having a great day so far. So I want to come on here today and talk a little bit about workouts because I was having a conversation actually today with someone who was inquiring about just how I go through the three nutritional phases that I use with my one-on-one clients to help them lose body fat. And she was asking a little bit of questions about one-on-one coaching, what the workout situation looks like if these workouts are programmed by me or this or that, which they are. Like with one-on-one coaching, they are completely customized to you by me. And then even with the I Thrive Collective, where the workouts aren't necessarily customized, but you have a ton of options to go through, they're all programmed by me too. But she asked this question because she has some workouts currently that she is doing at home with her dumbbells, and they're beach body workouts. And I have done beach body workouts in the past when I was kind of in the beginning stages of my fitness journey, my weight loss journey, my fat loss journey back in, we're going back. But I used to do them in high school, and then I even did them in college a little bit. So I have some experience with Beachbody, the way they program. I've done Insanity, the Insanity program by them multiple times too. So I kind of get the gist there of like what their workouts are like. And she asked if like that would be okay to do those and if she would see results from them or if she would have to do the programmed workouts that I give to her and so on. And the question is obviously not a yes or no question. The question is, okay, if you do those workouts, are you going to see the expected results that you want? And the answer is kind of, it depends, and it depends on a variety of things. And I'm going to kind of go over them briefly here for you. So to answer her question, there's an issue with a lot of these workout classes, whether it's Insanity, whether it's Beachbody workouts, whether it's any other kind of like on-demand workout program, even a lot of the Peloton like strength training or weightlifting kind of programs or videos that are on the Peloton app, or maybe even some workout classes that you would go to in person at your local gym. And the big issue with these is, well, I guess there's a few. Number one is that the rest periods are usually really, really short. And the rest periods are usually maybe 30 seconds. And you're doing these workouts or these lifts kind of in almost a circuit style where you have really short rest periods. You're doing a certain movement like bicep curls for 45 seconds. Like you just pick a weight, do it for 45 seconds, as many reps as you can do. Then you move on to another exercise and you cycle through, kind of a circuit based. And the issue with that is the purpose of lifting weights is to really challenge the muscle and push it towards muscular failure as much as we can with good form in somewhere between like the 6 to 20 rep range, maybe even up to the 6 to 30 rep range, but it becomes very hard to get close to failure and to gauge that the right way once you get close to that like 30 rep number, just because you start to feel like the burn and you can actually do more reps, but the burn is just so intense that it kind of stops you. So I like to kind of keep it in the 6 to 20 rep range. But that's like the rep range we want to be in. And we want to approach failure, get really close to failure with at least only like 2 reps left in the tank, if not maybe 1 or 0 when we hit that point when we're in that rep range. And when you're doing these like circuit-based style workouts where there's super short rest periods, your heart rate staying super elevated all the time, you're just doing like a given exercise for a certain time allotment, a lot of times you're not really reaching that muscular failure part. You're just kind of almost doing cardio, but you just happen to have weights in your hand. So it's not really like the purest form of actual like strength training and lifting weights. It's kind of like in the middle of lifting weights and cardio, which isn't really the best for building muscle and shaping your physique and building that muscle tone that you probably want when it comes to fat loss. Now, is getting your heart rate up and elevated in a cardio style regularly, at least a couple times a week, good for overall health? Yes. But for the purpose of fat loss and for like really shaping, your glutes, your arms, your shoulders, whatever you want, getting that muscle definition, it's not the best route to go. So that's one downside of those types of like workout classes, especially like the video classes. Another downside of these is that The workouts switch like every single time, or not workout switch, but exercises switch like every single workout. And you might even be able to purposely change them. Like the videos you follow might tell you to do the same workouts for 4 weeks, 8 weeks in a row. But because you're kind of up to yourself and you're going through the videos, you're like, oh, like I did that same lower body one session like last week, last Monday, I'm going to try something new this Monday, right? Like you're kind of up to your own vices there. And that's an issue. If you're changing your exercises up every single week, you're actually hurting yourself. Not physically, like putting yourself into pain, but you're hurting your progress. Because when you're doing certain exercises, there's a little bit of a learning curve when it comes to you like actually consciously and mentally being able to perform an exercise efficiently. Like if the first time you've ever done squats, or maybe if you've ever like done squats consistently with a barbell, and then for whatever reason, maybe you went on a vacation for, let's say, 2 weeks in a row, came back, got sick, and it had been like 3 weeks since you barbell squatted, I guarantee the next time you go to barbell squat, it's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel awkward. It's going to feel unnatural. You're going to kind of feel like a baby giraffe, like learning to walk for the first time. Like it's going to feel awkward squatting with a barbell, especially with that same amount of weight that you were maybe doing before. Or maybe it's a different exercise. Maybe it's lunges. Maybe you haven't done lunges in a while and you decide to add them back into your routine and you feel a little bit awkward. And that like learning curve of learning how to efficiently do the movement the right way prevents you from actually pushing the muscle to like close to that failure mark that I mentioned, which is so important for stimulating muscle growth. So if you're always changing up your exercises every week, you're always like putting yourself into this situation where you're having to like relearn exercises all the time, and you're capping the amount of muscle growth that you can see from that because you're capping how close you actually are able to push to failure. Like if you do an exercise day in and day out, well, maybe not every single day, don't want to do that. But if you do like leg press week in and week out, once you get to like week 8 of doing a leg press, there's no real like learning curve anymore with that. And any extra reps or any extra weight that you put on that leg press after week 8 or even after week 3 is all pure like actual strength or pure muscle that you're gaining, which is like real progress. You'll notice when you start to get into the gym, or maybe if you've taken some time off, or when you re-add an exercise in that hasn't been in for a while in your rotation or in your routine, if you keep that exercise in for at least 3 weeks straight, you'll realize you're able to really increase the amount of weights and reps you can do over those first 3 weeks. Like if I were to take 3 months off of leg press and then go to do leg press, those first 3 weeks, I might increase like from week 1 to week 3, my leg press strength, quote unquote, by like 100 pounds almost. And that's not like pure muscle growth. And it's not even, yes, it's strength, but it's not pure strength, if this makes sense. It's more of you just actually learning how to efficiently recruit the muscles for that exercise. And that's what's like giving that huge boost in performance. So it's not actually like my muscle mass changing or my body composition necessarily changing or my shape changing. It's just that I'm getting better at doing that movement. The signals that my brain needs to send to my quads to push my feet or push the leg press sled in this way is getting more efficient. So it's allowing me to really increase the strength of the reps or the weight that I'm doing in that exercise. But it's after you've had an exercise in your rotation for at least 3 weeks, maybe even 4, where that like progress of being able to add weight or add reps feels like it stalls. And it's like every week it's like a challenge even to add 1 extra rep or even to add like 2.5 or 5 extra pounds. That's where the real money is made when it comes to your body composition and gaining muscle and gaining muscle tone. When you're always switching your exercises, you're almost stuck in this like learning purgatory where you're always trying to learn how to efficiently do the movement, and your brain is always trying to learn how to efficiently send those signals to those muscles, to those joints and everything to move everything the way it needs to. And you're never actually able to reach that like promised land, I should say, of where making progress actually is really hard. And that's because you've juiced out all of the learning progress you can. And now you're really like I said, every rep after that point, every pound that you add on the bar or the leg press or, the dumbbells you're using, whatever, all of that is just pure, like actual, like muscle tissue gain or like pure strength gain, if that makes sense. So the big issue with these workout classes or these videos is that, like I said, the exercises just change so often. You're always having to relearn new things, and you're not actually able to like milk out true actual muscle tissue gain or strength gain from it. Now, when you're a beginner and you're just getting consistent with the gym, you respond to a lot. Like you could really do almost everything wrong when it comes to your lifting workouts, as far as how you program them, what exercises you're doing, what rest periods you're taking, all that. You could do a lot of stuff wrong in the beginning. And because your body is so new to it, or it is so new to your body is going to respond to it as long as effort is there. So as long as you're like pushing close to failure or getting somewhere in the range of that, you're probably going to see progress. So in the beginning, when you're getting into a program or you're getting into this lifestyle change, if you have to do workouts like that change every week to kind of keep you engaged, is it the best route to go for the best progress? No. But will you still see progress doing that? Probably in the beginning. But you will eventually reach a point where maybe 3 months down the road, 6 months down the road, where changing those workouts up every week is shooting yourself in the foot, and it's kind of capping your progress. Sure, you're burning some calories worth of workout. You're probably maintaining your muscle mass for the most part. But if you're not keeping the same exercises in for, I would say, at least 8 weeks, typically with people I recommend at least 12 weeks, but at least 8 weeks. If you're not keeping your exercises in for that long, you're probably not going to be able to really build a whole lot of muscle, because you're always, like I said, constantly having to go through those learning curves of learning a new exercise, and you aren't able to actually push as close to failure as you need to and recruit as much of those muscle fibers and as much of that muscle to move that way as what you need to actually continue to grow the muscle. So that's like the other big issue with these workout classes, is that the exercises just change up way too often. And sure, it might keep you engaged, but it's not necessarily the best for long-term progress. So just wanted to come on here and touch on that and those two big issues. Another issue, I guess, of these workout classes, these workout videos and stuff, is a lot of times like the rep range is just kind of set, and you don't progress on the same exercise through multiple rep ranges either. So when I program with my one-on-one clients, like we'll do a set of exercises for 4 weeks at a certain rep range. And then the next month, we'll lower that rep range a little bit and get your muscles, get your body kind of responding to a slightly different rep range, but still those same exercises, so you don't have to go through that learning curve again. And then the next month, we'll lower the rep range again and change up the rep range a little bit and really hit a little bit more of that like kind of heavier weight strength base. Like we're not doing anything crazy of like maxing out or sets of like 3, but we'll probably be a little bit more in that like 7 to 9 rep range, maybe 6 to 8 versus doing sets of like 12 to 15. But we'll do the same exercises. That way you're able to progressively build over a 3-month span on certain exercises in different rep ranges that all stimulate muscle growth and strength. Whereas a lot of these workout classes, the rep ranges are just really random, maybe even super high rep, or even there's not even a rep range at all. And like I said, it's just do an exercise for 45 seconds and then stop when you can't do anymore. So that's another big issue, is that there's no kind of like built-in progression with the rep ranges either. So those are the 3 big issues with these types of workout classes, workout videos. Sure, they give you, some kind of calorie burn, and they stimulate your muscles a little bit. And in the beginning, when you're just getting into the gym, just getting into working out, you probably will see some progress with this as long as you're implementing the right nutrition changes. But after a certain period of time, you're probably going to realize you're ending up spinning your wheels and your body really isn't changing anymore from these workouts. You're not really seeing any increase in muscle tone or definition, and you're just kind of repeating this, like the same, like stimulating the muscle, a little bit every single week, but nothing in your actual body composition change or composition and the way you view yourself, the way you look in the mirror, the way your clothes fit is really changing from it. So that's why to fix this, we want to have longer rest periods. We want to rest around 1.5 to 2 minutes between each set, or at least between hitting the same exercise for its second set. So you can alternate between two different exercises that work two different muscle groups and take a little bit shorter of a rest, maybe 45 seconds. But when you do that, when you come back to like exercise 1 after doing the exercise 2, you have probably rested, or at least that muscle group has rested, probably 1.5 to 2 minutes between those. But we want to have 1.5 to 2 minutes between hitting the same exercise or muscle group again. And we want to have the same exercises in there for at least 8 to 12 weeks. We want to also make sure we're progressing like month to month in a little bit of a variety of rep ranges to really progress on exercises too. So hopefully that makes sense and help to kind of clear up why these kind of random workout classes, while they might feel good, you might feel exhausted, you might feel tired afterwards, you might feel like you use a lot of energy, and you might burn some calories from it. They're not the best necessarily for really continuing to see progress long term, unless you do approach them in a way where you do the same exercise class every single week and make sure you're progressing on them, but most people don't do that. So if you're, even after watching this, completely lost on how to put together your workouts, inside of the iThrive Collective, there are workout options to choose from. If you are interested in joining that, you can join for just $25 a month. You can cancel at any time, no long-term commitment. There's a variety of other stuff in there too, other than just workouts, recipe ideas, challenges every month, giveaways, prizes, ways to unlock free coaching calls or even a free month of coaching too. Community of really inspiring, helpful women, all on similar paths, likely as you. So would really recommend joining that. But if you're completely lost on the workout side of things, we have you. We got you inside of there. So if you are interested in joining, you can click the link. I'll put it in the description or in the comments here, and you can check it out. Once you join, I will schedule an onboarding call with you just to walk you through the group, walk you through the platform, show you exactly how to get the most out of it. So we'd love to see you in there. But either way, hopefully this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments if it was, if there's anything that was eye-opening, and I will see you guys in the next one.